welcome back to another video. Today, as you saw, we have a new bike in the garage, a 2023 ZX6 KRT edition, and it is minty. We've got an M4 exhaust already in it, got some carbon fiber pieces, ASV levers, blacked out smoke screen up there. We even have the Cardo charging wireless phone mount. We're gonna chat about how I feel about it, my first impressions, my first couple rides on it. So let's do it. So this bike feels lower to the ground than the R7, and so when I'm sitting on it I feel a lot more grounded. However, it's a little wider, so I didn't realize how skinny the R7 actually is. The tank is wide, but my first thought, honestly, from this to the R7 is, holy moly, this 50 horsepower make a difference. Now again, I've ridden all different kinds of bikes, but when you ride one set bike the majority of the time, and you're used to that power and the kind of the way that it's set up and how responsive it is, you kind of forget what other power bands feel like. And this thing is a monster, man. You just have so much more. I mean, look at this. I'm still in third gear. I can basically hit 100 miles an hour so easily, which, you know, isn't needed in all situations, but that power is instantaneous. But this bike, absolutely for sure, in that mid-size class, I would not put any beginner on. The power is just absolutely wild. I've seen way too many videos of people that did decide that they wanted to start here at a 636 as their first bike, and just being so uncomfortable and so scared. You can't be scared of the bike at all. And if you're on a motorcycle that you're scared of, you're not confident, you're not gonna be, you know, performing at your best. It's just the bottom line. You're too worried about the motorcycle and not about everything around you, your skills, your mechanics. You know, so you got to be comfortable and confident with the bike that you're on, and this is definitely not in that category of starter bike. So I'm gonna baby it a little bit. Just got it, max bike, you know, so I'm not going to be really getting after it. But I will say again, you know, on the highway it really shines. If I needed to exit out of a situation or speed up suddenly, still in third gear, you know, I can really get on it. And that wasn't even all the way leaning into it, right? So again, first impressions really good. This bike looks phenomenal. I'm gonna get up here, we're gonna stop and kind of do a walk around and talk about it, but you know, my first impressions of this thing are just off the charts. All right, so let's talk about this bike as a whole, right? Has less cc's of displacement than my R7 does, right? And you think, okay, well then how is it so much faster? The horsepower is by 50, almost exactly, I think, higher on this bike than it is on the R7. And because of that, less cc, more horsepower means we have a lot of top end. I think the top speed is right around the 160 mark on this bike, and it's still long gear bands. I mean, that power band is crazy. As I mentioned, it feels like I can sit in third gear and really have, you know, the world is my oyster at that point. I can just chill, I can cruise, and I can also accelerate really quickly. And then it feels like that as you kind of go up through the gears. Looks wise, I think that this bike looks fantastic. This is a 2023. The 2024 is pretty much identical, same livery, same setup. They upgraded your heads-up display. You have an LED heads-up display instead of LCD, which is nice in 2024, so I will say that. But bike, other than that, pretty much looks identical, same, you know, colorway, etc. Looks, again, fantastic, but this KRT edition, I think, is the nicest one out of all of them. Side profile looks absolutely phenomenal, with the green all the way up to the back there. Just the lines on it, how they did the black and red accents, I just think that it looks absolutely incredible. But me as a rider, I find it super comfortable. So moving on past your your aesthetics, you know, comfortability actually wasn't too bad. I think that on a, you know, again, it's a sport bike, so the longer you ride, the fatigue's going to set in, but just in general, it was more comfortable than I expected, and same on par with the R7, I think. And again, I think that ultimately depends on how tall you are and kind of where your feet and hands are kind of placed on the bike, but overall, a lot more comfortable than I was expecting it to be. Power's there. Yeah, I really, you know, if you're thinking about upgrading, or you're just considering which mid-sized sport bike you're looking to get, maybe if you're even coming down from a 1000, I think you get a lot of rewards out of something like this. But anyways, yeah, it's just we're gonna see. We're gonna keep kind of pushing the bike and testing its limits as we have it for, you know, a little bit longer. But overall, I'm really high up on the charts for looks, comfortability, performance. This KRT ZX6R is awesome. So if you enjoyed the video, I appreciate you sticking around. Leave me a comment, let me know how I'm doing, and let me know what else you want to see in the future. And until next time, take it easy.